G'day, I'm Stephen Spry and welcome to my recap of the very first Cinders Cup test match from last weekend. I'll be providing some insight into things that went right and wrong, handing out some merit badges for some achievements from the players, and announcing the winner of the first Cinders Cup test. Did you manage to catch it all? Oh my God, it was over 5 hours of really great Transport Fever 2 content from 5 YouTube creators on either sides of the world. 3 Brits and 2 Aussies. It's the first time that something like this has been attempted, and I have to say, it went very, very well. So, what's this series all about? Well, I developed this map called Collabria and plugged in an end-to-end train network down here and released it as a save game. And it's this save game that we're going to be playing with. Now, that train network that we can see running through this map is deliberately hemorrhaging money, or truckloads of it, to the tune of $2 million every quarter. So the problem is so bad that the previous Collabrian government, well, they were ousted at the recent general election. And we, i.e. the 5 Collaborators, are attempting to persuade the current government to let us try to reverse this financial nightmare. But the current government, well, they're not fully convinced, and they've asked us to demonstrate that we can do what we claim. So our task, the 5 Collaborators, for this first test is to create profitable routes that will neutralise the debt. So we've got 5 people and $10 million, and the date is ticking over for the next 2 years until the 10th of November 1863, to demonstrate that, yeah, we can do that. Now, the map is split into 4 distinct regions. We've just zoomed over Northbridge and St Albans. We're now up to Redbend, and South Bank is down here. And for this test, our creators can choose to work in any one of those regions. But once they pick a region for the test, they've got to stay in it. So what they've got to do is design routes that are going to make money and build them, and then tick the clock away for 2 odd years to prove, yeah, that made a lot of money. And the winner is calculated from, down here, the highest company value at the end of the time. Currently $24,012,599. And we can expect this over the next 2 years to plummet drastically. You can expect a lot of money to be lost by everyone, as that current debt quickly kills all of the profit that we might attempt to make. So fingers crossed for everybody. The winner, they get to win the test for their country. Yay, come on Aussies, come on Aussies. No, don't sing, okay. And the winner also gets to choose what part of the map, whether it's South Bank or Redmond there, or St Albans here, or way up here at Northbridge, what part of the map they'd like to play in for the rest of the series, which goes, by the way, all the way through to around Christmas. Yeah. So we've got 6 months almost of Transport Fever 2 content, great Transport Fever 2 content coming up every week for the rest of the year. Gotta love that. Yes, indeedy. So, let's check out what our first Brit, Ajaxpost Plays, got up to. As you can see, Ajaxpost Plays chose St Albans for his first test experience and a road-based system. My God, he's covered everything. He's got Didcot, Newland, St Albans. He's got 3 of the towns involved. He's got little ants crawling all over the place. It's amazing. How many lines have you got in there, mate? Let's have a look. With the exception of the bottom three, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, mate, 10 routes. Well, I tell you what, that gets you the first award for the most number of routes in the first test. Well done. My gosh, lots and lots of stuff happening here. So what have we got? We've got the forest going to the planks. Hang on, let's bring it up one at a time. It might be better, you think? Yeah, all right. So that's doing that, right. Just taking the logs down there. Yep. Now, the planks to the tools. Well, we know where that's going. We're going from there over to the tools and delivering them into town. Good. What else we got? Nothing there. Right. Lots happening over here, though. Okay, how many have we got? St Albans brick delivery. Well, before you do that, you better do the stone. Okay. We've got the stone coming from the quarry up to here, and then we're delivering bricks into town. Right. Good. Couple of little vehicles down here. Newland coal. Okay, so it comes from the Newland mine down to the steel factory. Good-o. Now over in Didcot. My God, there's lots happening here, isn't there? Okay, coal, where are you going? You are going into town. Yes. Hang on, I think we need... No, just from the mine into town. That's all. Okay, good. We've got grain coming into here. Yep. And then from here we've got food being delivered down to there. Right? Yep. And have we got any gas? No, that's just the coal. Okay. Oh, there's another farm. Okay, so didn't deliver any gas into Didcot. Right. Interestingly, he's got a style here for these stations, freight stations, that he used in all cases. Has this phobia about vehicles turning around in there. So we've got a roundabouty style thing with waypoints set up on all of these, including that one. Every single one of them. So another merit award for you, mate. Stickler for style. Good on you. And, speaking of merit awards, I'm handing them out because all the guys had to abide by a naming system, and apart from me, Ajaxpost Plays was the only guy. So he gets an award for following the naming system. Thank you very much. Now, interestingly, one of the things he did was purchased a whole heap of vehicles and then slowly released them onto the routes, I presume to try and control the mad traffic jam. But that was an interesting thing to watch. Not sure whether it was effective, but hey, that's the way Ajaxpost plays, so go for it, mate. And the other award I want to issue to you, mate, is the most amount of money still left over when you press the go button. You had $3.31 million available, still on go. Now, as I said to you when I commented on your video, this one over here, yeah, look, this thing here can churn out 400, no matter what. You had a line rate of 41. If you had put, how many? 15. You could have put 150 vehicles on this line. And by God, with 3.3 million left over, I think you might have almost had, what are they, 23,000 each? Yeah. You almost had enough to absolutely choke that line with hundreds of little ants. So that might have helped your bottom line at the end of the competition. What was his bottom line? I'm not telling.
The tension is exhausting. It's excruciating. My value at the end of this. No! No, how's that work?
You'll have to go to the results section to find out. But there you go. That's Ajaxpost Plays, the first of our Brits. And when M4J Gaming starts with a traffic jam, we know something interesting is about to happen. So well done, mate. You've got an award already. Hey, you started your episode with that traffic jam, and here it is, my God. Don't look too close at it. Yeah, right. Okay. M4J chose St Albans. Another one. Yeah. St Albans and Southbank were extremely popular. They seem to be the flavour of the month on this map. And whatever. Why St Albans? Mate, apparently grew up nearby here, so good on you. Let's have a look at the number of routes, please. What have we got? Oh, we've got some passengers thrown into the mix. All right, all road-based. 1, 2, 3, 4 freights, and one... No, hang on, that's a bus. That one doesn't count. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got 3 passenger routes and 4 freight loops. Ooh, 4 freight loops. Okay, 7 routes all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. Let's have a look at them. Okay, so Aldridge Loop, that's up here. Yeah, all right. Quick little freight loop between the coal mine and the gasworks and back again. And the back again drops off the gas into Aldridge. Nice. Okay. We've got a passenger line coming from St Albans to Aldridge. That's the red one. Yep. Another red one from Oakham down into St Albans. Good. All right. Oh, righto. The St Albans Freight Loop 1. Ooh. All right. I'm about to hand out another award, I think. 175 vehicles. Congrats, mate. There's your second award. Most number of vehicles on any line. Whoa. And while we're at it, yep, what are you going to do? I'm going to hand out another award for the same line. Most number of stops on a line. 9 of them. Good God, they go from Didcot all the way over to St Albans and back again to Newland, and oh my gosh. Okay, right. What was the other one? The other one was St Albans Freight Loop number 2, as if one wasn't enough.
You'll know that I love my long truck routes, and by the end of this we're going to have some incredibly long truck routes, which I'm very excited by.
100 and... Oh my God. Where's this one? Oh, this is just a little local, was it? Yeah, Oakham, down to St Albans, right. What were you doing up in there? Oh, you were at the forest, into the mill, over to the tools, and dropping the tools off into town. Oh, and hang on, we're heading over to here to pick up Conmat and bring it back into town. Right. Okay. So the other one. Freight Loop 1. My gosh. What did you do? I came and picked up some planks, yes, and took them here to the machines factory, and then picked up some Conmat, right, and took it somewhere over here to Newland. Newland wanted Conmat. Yep. And then after Newland, what did you do? I have no idea. I can't follow this. Sorry, mate. After Newland, what did we do? Newland, transfer north, transfer Upper Didcot. Where's Upper Didcot? Newland North. Okay, so I dropped the Conmat here. I went up to the farm there and dropped it back here, and then I picked up some food and dropped it off in Didcot. Yep. And then I came back to there to pick up some logs to take all the way back over. My gosh. Well, as you said at the start, you like making very long routes. You love a long route. Whoa. Now, one of the things I did notice with this is I got another award for you, mate. You're the only one that built truck stations with 4 platforms and used them all. So, well done on that score. And by the time you hit your go button, you only had a mere $685,000 left. Could have bought you a few more trucks. Surely you could have done with a few more trucks somewhere. Oh, dear. Never mind. That was great fun. At the end here, M4J got slightly distracted by that. Yes. It's slow up the hill. Why is it? It's clogged all the way up the hill. Look at that. All the way up the hill. And it's slow coming down the hill into town. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Roundabout handy. Don't have roundabouts yet. He could have made one. He could have made one. Yeah, but never mind. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that he got so distracted by all the traffic that he forgot to hit pause on the 10th of November. And no, mate, you weren't disqualified. You might be next time, though, if it's close, if the results are close. That could have been a decider, but what about your result? Again, you'll have to wait until we get to the results section of this video to find out how MJ4 did. But wow, look at all the little ants. I love it. Absolutely love it. So welcome over to the South Bank region of our map, where Rickbo Baggins, our final Brit, was clever enough to use 3 different sorts of vehicles. Yep, he was one of 2 people only who gets an award for that. He used a train on the on the route from the farm here into the freight station. Well done, mate. Ship times 2 routes. Lovely. And, of course, horses and carts by the bucket load there and over there, and a little one in town, another little one in town, and another, hit them all over the place. Had 9 routes, only one off the claiming equal first on the number of routes, so did good. 9 routes. All right, so we took the coal, no, that's yellow, grain, into the food factory via train. Yes, thank you. And then food was delivered from here into South Bank. Lovely. It was also plonked onto the port there to be taken on a very, very, very long trip. Yeah, not recommended in a timed game, but never mind. Over to West Ham Port, right? And I got a sort of an award. It's not really an award, but when he first built this, it didn't connect to the gasworks. So, quick thinking to whack in a truck station with driveways at both ends to connect that up, mate. Well done. Okay, so that's that. Now, we'll come to the meat and potatoes of it all. Well, it was supposed to be. Except for one minor little stuff up, which we'll get to in a second. Let's take the logs from the forest to the planks, to the tools factory. Fiddle with the ratios. You don't like doing that because, well, that wasn't the problem, was it? No. And then bring the tools back here, yes. Load them onto a ship, right. And then unload them. Rick, unload them at Cambridge. Yeah. That was the biggest stuff up of the lot. By not ticking the unload button there rather than the load for the tools, that just stuffed up the entire supply chain. So congratulations, there's an award for the biggest stuff up. Oh, sorry, but you really got to just laugh at these things, haven't you? Oh, it was a great plan, and unfortunately you didn't discover the stuff up until January 1863. Over a year had gone by.
Well, I wish I noticed that earlier on, but, well, what can we do? We can't do much, can we?
Never mind. Okay, ship from here to here, drops off the tools get delivered into town along with the conmat, which is supplied from here over to there and back to there, and then the ship comes down here and picks up the coal that comes from here, and we take it all the way over into West Ham, nice, and drop it here to be converted to gas, where one truck delivers it into town. Lovely. And this boat that's bringing the food over, he gets to take coal back if he ever gets here. Yeah, that route was a problem, wasn't it? Where are we? That fellow. Finances. Well, he didn't make that much anyway. Well, that's only one trip. If he'd been able to make a two-way trip, he would have been laughing. Well, he didn't quite get there, did he? No. Missed out by that much, as Maxwell Smart would say. Oh, what a bugger. Oh, well, all right. How'd you go, mate? Did this stuff up make that much of a huge difference to the final result? You'll just have to hang around and find out, people, because all of that is in the results section. Meanwhile, let's head on over to the Antipodes to have a look at me, myself and I, and my effort in the first test. And welcome to your Aussie Game Masters, little corner of the South Bank world. And thanks for that nickname, Ajax. I'm gonna use that if that's okay with you. Game Master, I like that. What have we got here? Okay, what have you got? You're taking stone from the quarry over here near West Ham. Yep, via boat over to Cambridge Port and the materials plant, Conmat plant. That's delivering it then into Cambridge, and then bringing all this coal with all of those little ants. Oh, love them. I love our little ants. Over that humongous hill, back into the port, right, and sending it back over to the steel mill. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of steel that we shipped during our 2 years and 10 days. Lovely. Now, how come, you say, you didn't deliver it into town? Well, look, 200. 200 to produce 100 gas. That's all that consumes. This one on the other side, however, I can send 400 coal in to produce 200 steel. So I didn't send it there because it would have involved extra expense and all that sort of junk, but I will later. But as far as making money is concerned, well, whoa, look at that, 3, yep, boom. And the great exciting thing about all of this one was that about halfway through, this plant levelled up. Ooh, it's unlevelled. Oh, you liar, you fibber. Well, it did. No, it's still on 200. What are you talking about? Okay. Which means initially it was only on 100 to start with. Yep. Which meant that we had 100 stone coming this way and 400 coal going that way. But once this thing levelled up in about, that was a bit September last year, it started shipping 200 stone this way. Stephen, give yourself an award. Oh, thanks. What for? 1, 2, 3 routes. Least number of routes. Ta-da! I'll give myself a pat on the back for that one. Yay, team. Also, how much money did you have left when you hit the GO button? I wrote that down. $7,820. Ooh, you cheapskate. Yeah, well, I'm going to give myself an award for the most amount of money spent. Whoa, well done. And speaking of cheapskate awards, yes, Ajax, it is a pedestrian path up here, not a road, and also over here. They were there to be used, mate. And if they're 10 grand cheaper than putting an ordinary road in there, I'm doing it, saving money. I mean, save 10 grand each end, that's another horse. Another ant I can buy. Oh dear, that was fun. That was so much fun. Very nerve-wracking, but I really, really, really loved watching the ships invade Cambridge at the start of the episode. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. A whole fleet of ships cruising up the river valley. You'd think guns on the front, boom, we're going to take out Cambridge. How'd I go? Well, guess what? You'll find out. You'll find out very soon after we look at the results section. But for now, we're going to check out our other Aussie mate, Vanham Gaming. And welcome to the North Bridge end of the map. And what you will notice is a distinct lack of ants. Where the hell are all the ants? Well, that's all the ants that Vanham has used. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we've used some ants. We seem to have used ships, yes, and, trains. Lots of trains. In fact, congratulations, Mr. Ham. You have an award for the most number of trains in this particular test. Well done, sir. You have 4 of them. Ta-da! Nicely done. Yep, 4 trains working this route. So what's happening here? Okay, let's have a look. Speaking of routes, how many have we got? Well, 4, exactly. 1, yes, 1 getting the ore from the mine. We'll start with the mine. We've got that little route connecting that to that, so that connects to the... Oh, come on, zoom in, please. That's it. So that, yeah, that connects to the port, so that's route 1. Route 2 is this one that takes the ore all the way up to here and drops it at the station, right? The trains take the ore from the station up the line to Lutterworth, here to the freight, right, which goes straight into the steel mill. See? Beautiful. And what do they take back? Well, that's what this guy does. He's bringing coal from up here down to Lutterworth Port, which loads the coal. Stone. Where'd you get coal from? I don't know. It's getting late. This is taking a lot longer than I think. Okay, and okay, stone onto there. The trains pick up the stone and they take it back up to Northbridge Freight, which loads it onto the port here, ta-da, to be loaded onto a ship down to there. Right. So the only bits that are not earning you money are the ships going from here to here. And this ship going this very short distance back to the stone mine. Well, that's not too bad. So how many routes was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, close. How much money did you have left at the start, Mr. Ham, at go time? That would be $15,644. Oh, not even enough to buy another ant. No, it was close, and in fact he had a sneaky little trick there. He bought these trains. Where are they? These trains. Yes, let's have a look at them. He bought 4 trains, all with 6 carriages to start with. And at the end, he had to sell one of the carriages and got 200,000 back because he didn't have enough money to buy the ants. But well done. A sneaky little move, I thought. That was pretty clever. The other sneaky little move I thought was actually quite clever, and I didn't realise this when I made the map, but by whacking that road across there, which is legit, not a problem, it actually put this port in range of the freight station and the railway station. So that was clever. I wasn't anticipating that, so nicely done, mate. Nicely done. And I absolutely loved watching his episode. Oh my God. The excitement that he brought to it was absolutely incredible. Yep. Oh dear. Let's have a little ride on a train while I play back one of the clips from his episode. He was really, really keen to get into the blue. Wanted to get the score into the blue, down the bottom, and current earnings into the blue. So guess what? This is what we had to put up with.
Where's the blue? I want to see some blue before we hit the 2 months. Oh, it'd be so nice if we could just get the earnings into the blue. Yes! Pause it! Ham has got the earnings into the blue. Let's see if we can get it even more into the blue, even more into the blue, even more into the blue. No, we're into the red again. Damn it! Let it be known that I touched the dizzying heights of blue money earnings at one point in this episode, and I'll take that. I'm happy with that. I feel like that's a small victory for myself, and that's all I care about.
And one thing I did notice while watching Ham's playthrough was that trains were doing a lot of waiting at this signal here, and just a little bit later I'll be running through some of the changes I made to the map, which included adding some extra signals on the approach to Lutterworth Station, simply because that train way down the bridge was waiting for this guy to come out of here, which that's a hell of a long time to wait. So anyway, we fixed that up. Right. Well, there you go. That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed Ham's episode. I forgot about this little fella at the start, saying, where's he getting the damn stone from? Even though he told us he's getting it from this stone mine. It's a very clever little collection of roots there. Nicely done, mate, but was it enough for you to win the first test? Well, guess what's next, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to announce the winner of the first Cinders Cup test based on your company value at the 10th of November 1873. MJ4 Gaming, minus $3 million. Ajaxpost, almost 3 million plus. Rickbo Baggins, just a tad over 5. Vanham Gaming, 9.5 million, and that means our winner is Stephen Spry with $12 million plus. Well done, mate, and come on, Aussies. Come on, Aussie, come on. And for those who were saying, oh, this is rigged, the Game Master won it, whatever. Well, guess what? We all had access to the map for about 4 to 5 weeks before the test. So, back at you. And as far as the second test is concerned, all the guys know now, they've known for a few weeks actually, what that challenge is going to be. So we've all got an equal chance at putting your best foot forward. So, hey, let's scrap any thought of Game Master interference skullduggery, please. All right, let's get on with this. So what's next? Well, this is the map that we'll be using to go into round 2 of the series, where the routes from Stephen up here at South Bank have been combined with, you've got to go all the way back up the other end again, yeah, I know, with the routes from Vanham. So they've been combined on this map. Yep, good. And we have advanced the date a little bit to 1870. And as you can see, look at our ongoing profit here and how much we killed. Whoa, thank God for that. From 2 million down to minus, yeah, but look how much money the water's making. Well done, guys. And, look, we begin round 2 of the series with some decent money in the bank. 39 million to start with for our solo plays. Now, for the solo plays, the date's paused so that no new technology becomes available during the round, and that means all players have the same technological options available to them for the entire round. So one of the things I noticed during the first test was that there were a few things that needed fixing on our previously existing rail network. The first, of course, was the Lutterworth cargo wire. It was here and it needed to be moved back. But that wasn't that much of a problem. The problem was these signals approaching Lutterworth Station, those three, we needed extra signals because while a train was waiting up here at the passenger freight terminal, the next train was waiting all the way back down here. So a couple of extra signals fixed that one up. And speaking of signals, well, I left a few out up here at St Albans. Not St Albans, South Bank. I always get those two confused. We needed extra signals either side of the bridge before that junction and there before that junction. So they were the main signalling changes that were needed. However, there were other changes that were also needed to the map. And if you compare this whole original area here with what was on the original save game, big changes. The road has been redirected to this side. The bridge, well, it originally went across here. It now goes across here, so that this turning section, or the Y section, is separate. And that meant a lot of farting around in here to make sure that it all lined up, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, making it a little bit betterer. Now, what's betterer too is we've got Yoel's Senseless Flavour mod installed, which has given a totally different look to the tracks and the ballast. That's quite nice. It has a few things that particular developer likes. So he's combined them into one mod, and one of the things he likes is the brown freight. Sorry, the brown... Is it freight? Yes, the brown for freight and the blue for passengers. So we've got brown for freight, blue for passenger. Change the colours of the icons, and it also includes manage line. Let's have a look at the colours. Look at all the different colours we've got now. So that was pretty cool. He also includes a realistic braking function. Lots of other things as well, but that means... Oh, and it's got a function that fixes the lights and speakers, or lack of speakers, for this era. So that's two mods that I've managed to drop by picking up one, and we've got the extra line colours and everything else. It looks totally different, I think. But anyway, they are the map changes that we've made for the start of round 2, and I know M4J is going to be happy with our coloured mods here, with the particularly with this one. He wanted that right at the start. Well, guess what, mate? You've got it now, so good luck. The regions have also all been allocated to the players for this part of the series, and next Saturday we'll be heading off over to Northbridge here to see how M4J Gaming goes. And hopefully the mail on the waste will start kicking in, because I've added some truck depots, truck stations, to the centre of the major towns, and that should, in theory, I don't know for sure, but we'll see what happens. It should stimulate the mail and the waste, and it'll be very, very interesting to see how our players will deal with this new mechanic. So, who else got what? Well, okay, M4J Gaming got Northbridge, and Ajaxpost Plays got St Albans, right, and up here, Red Bend, that's Rickbo Baggins on your Rickbo, and South Bank, well, that's Vanham Gaming, which is, West Ham, Vanham, yeah, okay. And here's the upcoming schedule for the next part of the series. Week 2, starting Saturday 6th of July, is M4J Gaming in Northbridge, and then the following Saturday the 13th, Rickbo Baggins, the 20th, Vanham Gaming, on the 27th of July, Ajaxpost Plays will be tinkering around St Albans. something about beer festivals. He's got a thing about beer festivals in St Albans. Not quite sure what it is, but he loves that region because of that. And me, the following week, the 3rd of August, will I get to play God and the government and start tweaking a few things to get ready for da-da-da. That's a drum roll, by the way, in case you didn't know. The big one, the second test. Oh, yeah, on Saturday, the 10th of August, 2024. Now, the players already know what that challenge is, so they all have plenty of time to prepare for it. And I'm really, really looking forward to that test. So, what can you take away from this first test? Well, number one, I think you should build multiple vehicle depots, right? And locate them very, very near to the first raw resource on your route. Because, particularly with a time test, this reduces the travelling time and gets the resources and the money flowing a little faster. The second point, in the words of Elmer Fudd,
I smell the blood of an English wabbit.
No, not that one. No. Be very, very careful. That's the one. He doesn't say that, actually. He says he'd be very, very quiet. Oh, shut up. Be very, very careful of your ongoing connections down the chain, as Rickbo Baggins found out. Measure twice, cut once.
Unloading tools, Ricky. Unloading tools. Wow. Right.
From those 5 scenarios that we looked at in the first test, it would appear that ships are the best start you can make in Transport Fever 2 in the 1870s, assuming you've got rivers and lakes available, with perhaps just one exception. And that was probably the really long route that Rickbo had between South Bank and West Ham. It's not as profitable as you might want, simply because it just takes so long to get from one port to the other.
I'm on another big delivery. We need this to deliver. Where are you? You're not getting there. You're there, aren't you? You're not going to get there before the 10th of November. I hope you do. I really hope you do.
Another takeaway. Really long routes with horses and carts. Again, too long between payouts, especially for timed events like this one. I'm thinking maybe it might be better to break long routes up into several shorter production chains, complete chains. And then you can get the different segments of those lines all operating faster and generating money faster with their own vehicles. And, of course, 1870 means, as we saw, lots of little ants crawling all over the place. Lots and lots of horses and carts are a feature of this era. So, watch out for intersections where those vehicles might meet, M4J, and snarl the traffic flow right down to zero. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that first test was a lot of fun. I do hope you'll stay with the series for the next few months. We'd love to have you all here enjoying this great game. And until next time, it's hooroo from me, and it's goodbye from all of them. See you then.